The Simpsons predicted Donald Trump becoming president 16 years before it happened. They drew the Disney-Fox merger 2 decades before the ink was dry. But those predictions are safely in the past. Hidden inside their oldest and newest episodes is a chain of warnings pointing directly at the year 2026. And these are not funny anymore. One of them shows a nuclear war breaking out, while machines decide who lives and who dies inside hospitals. The drawings are decades old. The countdown is happening right now in real time. Join us and let's discover the chilling Simpsons predictions for 2026. Let's go.
Number 13. Smart Glasses. In the 2014 episode called Specs and the City, Mr. Burns hands his workers a pair of smart glasses so he can secretly see exactly what they see. Then, Homer starts using the same glasses to spy on people walking around him. The truly creepy part is that the camera is no longer in someone's hand. It is resting silently on their face. A phone is obvious. You know when somebody is pointing it at you. Smart glasses hide that moment inside a normal piece of eye contact. This is no longer a dead gadget idea. The category is exploding right now. Smart glasses shipments surged in the second half of 2025, with one market report estimating year-over-year growth at 139%, with Meta alone controlling about 82% of the entire market. To picture how fast this is moving, imagine a brand new type of phone selling more units in 6 months than most major tech products sold in their entire first year. Meta even had to delay the wider international rollout of its Ray-Ban display glasses because demand inside the United States was so overwhelming. Meanwhile, Google and Warby Parker announced they are building artificial intelligence-powered smart glasses for a major 2026 launch. Years ago, Europe's data protection supervisor warned that smart glasses create terrifying problems around consent, transparency, and knowing when somebody nearby is collecting your data. Those warnings look deadly serious right now because the devices are finally taking off. But losing your anonymity on the street is nothing compared to the spy you are voluntarily building inside your own bedroom.
Number 12. Ultra House 3000. In Treehouse of Horror 12, the Simpson family upgrades to the Ultra House 3000, a voice-controlled system that cooks, cleans, monitors every room, and runs the entire home with a calm Pierce Brosnan voice. It feels perfect until the system turns on them, acting like the one in charge, locking the doors and plotting to murder Homer with a folding table. The danger is not a stranger breaking in through a window. The danger is the system that already knows the locks, the routines, and the bedtime habits of every single person in the house. This is no longer fiction in 2026. Roughly 45% of American broadband households have at least one smart home device, averaging around 17 connected gadgets per home. To picture that, imagine living inside a small box where every single object on the wall, ceiling, and floor is silently logging your every move. Doorbells log movement. Vacuums map your floor plan. Sensors track your doors. The horrifying part is that this technology is becoming mandatory for financial reasons, with insurance companies offering big discounts for smart leak detectors and removing those discounts if the systems are not activated. And these systems are highly vulnerable. The Federal Trade Commission slammed Ring for letting employees access private videos of customers, resulting in a $5.6 million settlement. In 2024, Wise admitted a flaw allowed thousands of users to view footage inside other people's homes. Hacked robot vacuums in several cities literally chased pets while blasting verbal abuse through their speakers. The house built to protect you is now a massive hackable surveillance web. And the tracking does not stop at your front door. It is now strapped directly to your skin.
Only 1% of people know the dark truth behind what we are about to show you next. If you want to be part of the few who actually know what's happening in the world, subscribe and leave a like right now. Done? Look at this.
Number 11. Smartwatches. All the way back in 1995, Lisa met her future fiancé, Hugh, who casually raised his wrist and talked into his watch like it was a tiny phone. It was a quick joke then. It is a massive surveillance grid now. Over 560 million people across the planet currently wear smartwatches, creating a market worth over $35 billion. Roughly 1/3 of American adults already wear one. To picture how widespread this is, imagine an army the size of every single person living in the United States, plus another 200 million on top of that, all wearing the same biometric tracker every single day. But these small screens do not just tell time. They silently harvest everything your body does. They track your heart rate, step count, sleep cycles, blood oxygen levels, and exact physical location every single minute of the day. Each individual reading looks harmless. Pieced together, your watch builds a profile so intimate it knows when you are stressed before you do. The darker side is what experts are warning about in 2026. Tech and health papers warn that this deeply personal biometric data is highly vulnerable. It is actively leaking into the hands of insurance companies, employers, and marketers around the world. Some reports even note that stolen health records sell for far more money on the dark web than stolen credit card numbers. The little watch from a 1995 cartoon is now a tiny snitch strapped to 500 million wrists, and it never stops talking. But what happens when people decide to plug their entire minds straight into the machine itself?
Number 10. The Ultranet. In the 2011 episode Holidays of Future Past, Lisa's teenage daughter Zia lies on the couch with a cable plugged straight into her head. With one tiny click, she vanishes into a digital world called the Ultranet. Her physical body sits at the dinner table, but her entire mind lives inside the machine. In 2026, the cable is gone, but the nightmare is identical. Teenagers spend an average of 7.5 hours every single day staring at screens. To picture that, imagine a person spending the equivalent of 3 full work shifts every single week, eyes glued to a glowing rectangle, never looking up. The technology industry is actively erasing the boundary between the physical and digital worlds. Apple calls its Vision Pro a spatial computer. Samsung launched the Galaxy XR to merge physical and digital realities using artificial intelligence. Meta claims its Orion glasses bridge the worlds entirely. We are witnessing an entire generation willingly stepping into a digital matrix. Industry trackers like IDC confirm that mixed reality headsets are rebounding aggressively in 2026. A phone is something you can put down, but face-worn mixed reality turns your entire field of vision into an advertising space and an artificial intelligence surface. When corporations conquer the space right in front of your eyeballs, they stop fighting for your screen time and start fighting for your actual reality itself. And while humans escape into digital worlds, the machines are quietly taking over the physical one outside.
Number 9. Humanoid robots. In Them Robot, Mr. Burns fires almost his entire human workforce and replaces them with an army of highly efficient robotic workers. Homer is the only human left on the floor, kept around just to absorb the blame when something breaks. The robots do not complain, they do not sleep, and they eventually utter a phrase that sounds like a real threat. You will train them, and they will replace you. This shift is already in motion. The International Monetary Fund recently warned that artificial intelligence could affect about 60% of jobs in advanced economies and 40% of jobs worldwide, calling it a tsunami hitting the labor market. Goldman Sachs research exposed that 300 million jobs globally are exposed to automation. To picture that scale, imagine wiping out the entire working population of the United States almost twice over, all replaced by code and metal arms. This is not just office software. In 2024 alone, over 542,000 industrial robots were installed globally. Warehouses are flooded with autonomous carts. Major automakers are currently testing bipedal humanoid robots on live assembly lines in Germany and the United States. Companies like Klarna boasted that their artificial intelligence assistant was doing the equivalent work of 700 full-time human agents. The human worker is slowly becoming a museum exhibit, watching as the factories and offices empty out. And the machines are not just taking our jobs, they are actively destroying our grip on the truth itself. Number 8. Hack GPT. The scariest version of a Simpsons prediction is no longer the show getting something right by accident. It is how easily the show's reputation is being weaponized to manufacture fake reality. In the 2024 episode, Bart's Birthday, Conan O'Brien introduces something called Hack GPT, an artificial intelligence system trained to write the show's finale. The strange part is how official and believable the machine's output feels. In 2026, we are living through the absolute death of reality itself. Deepfakes are exploding at an unprecedented scale. A European brief warned that around 8 million deepfakes were expected to be shared in 2025, up from just 500,000 in 2023. To picture that growth, imagine starting with one fake video and watching it multiply into 16 fake videos by next year, then 256 the year after that. Experts warned that up to 90% of online content could be synthetic by the end of 2026. We saw fake Simpsons images spread wildly after the Baltimore Bridge collapse and the Trump rally shooting, tricking millions of people before the truth could ever catch up. In Ireland's presidential race, a deepfake video falsely showed a candidate quitting the race entirely. Tom Hanks had to publicly warn fans about artificial intelligence-generated ads stealing his face and voice without permission. When trust itself can be mathematically cloned, the very foundation of human society crumbles. But the artificial intelligence is not just creating fake videos, it is now surgically controlling exactly how you feel.
Number 7. Ministry of Culture. In a chilling Treehouse of Horror segment, Homer works for a dystopian government department that burns unapproved television shows. The system wipes out messy entertainment and replaces it with approved, draining content designed to keep everyone passive and compliant. The point is not to educate people. The point is to keep them sedated. In 2026, that Ministry of Culture is fully operational, and it lives inside your phone. With over 5.6 billion social media users globally, algorithms now act as digital wardens. To picture that, imagine the entire population of planet Earth, except for one person out of every 2. That is how many people are currently being shaped by an algorithm right now. These systems do not work by banning information. They work by learning exactly what keeps your thumbs moving. Anger, fear, tribal warfare, and endless outrage are systematically promoted because your attention is the ultimate product. This psychological manipulation is now facing massive legal blowback. The European Union charged TikTok over its addictive infinite scroll and push notifications. A New Mexico jury ordered Meta to pay $375 million for misleading users about safety and enabling severe harm to minors. The top court of Massachusetts ruled that Meta must face lawsuits, accusing Instagram of being intentionally designed to addict children. Entertainment has successfully transformed into a soft, glowing prison, and while our minds rot from digital waste, our actual bodies are absorbing physical waste from every direction.
Number 6. Plastic World. A recent Treehouse of Horror episode paints a terrifying picture where the Earth is suffocating under endless plastic, and humans mutate into shiny, artificial creatures. Lisa wanders through a desolate wasteland, digging through endless snack bags just to find a handful of real dirt to plant a seed. The truth in 2026 is mathematically horrifying. The OECD projects that global plastic waste will reach over 1 billion metric tons by 2060, with only a tiny fraction ever seeing the inside of a recycling plant. To picture that, imagine 80,000 of the largest aircraft carriers ever built stacked into one massive tower made entirely of trash. The real nightmare is completely invisible to the naked eye. A major Lancet review warned that plastics pose a severe threat to human health, causing over $1.5 trillion in economic damage every single year. Scientists are now finding terrifying concentrations of microplastics inside human blood, lungs, and the placentas of unborn children. A breakthrough Nature Medicine paper found that microplastic concentrations inside human brains were up to 30 times higher than in the liver or kidneys. We are now inhaling microscopic shards of ancient trash with every single breath we take. Major treaty talks in Geneva failed repeatedly in 2025 and early 2026 because powerful oil nations blocked any limits on plastic production. We are physically absorbing the pollution until we become part of it.
And as our bodies fail under the weight of all this damage, the people treating us are no longer human at all.
Number 5. The Medbot. In the same flash-forward episode that introduced the Ultranet, pregnant Maggie Simpson is examined by a smooth, faceless medical robot instead of a human doctor. The Medbot coldly scans her body, delivering medical instructions with zero empathy, acting as if a machine now speaks for her own internal organs. Welcome to the modern hospital in 2026. The Food and Drug Administration has already cleared nearly 1,000 artificial intelligence-powered medical tools, heavily focused on reading X-rays, computed tomography scans, and heart tests. Artificial intelligence is now flagging lung spots and measuring blood flow faster than human specialists with decades of experience. The physical touch is vanishing too. Surgical robots, led by the Da Vinci system, have performed more than 14 million operations across the globe. To picture that scale, imagine a population the size of Los Angeles, every single one of them cut open by a machine instead of by a human hand. For millions of patients, the entity cutting into their flesh and navigating their vital organs is an autonomous robotic arm guided by cameras and software code written by strangers they will never meet. Artificial intelligence chat programs are now sorting patient symptoms and writing clinical notes before a human doctor even steps into the room. The human touch in medicine is being rapidly replaced by cold, calculating algorithms that view your bleeding body as nothing more than a simple data set. And we will need all the medical help we can get, because the next massive virus is already circulating right now. Number 4. Osaka Flu. Back in 1993, an episode showed a sick factory worker coughing into a shipping box, instantly spreading a highly contagious virus from Japan all the way to Springfield. The town erupted into absolute chaos, not just from the sickness, but from the panic and misinformation that followed, leading a desperate mob to release a swarm of killer bees from a medical truck. After enduring recent global shutdowns, the world is now facing the exact same nightmare all over again. In May 2025, the World Health Assembly scrambled to adopt a new pandemic agreement, proving governments know another catastrophe is coming. The warning signs are flashing bright red in every direction. By early 2026, an intense flu season driven by a new H3N2 strain overwhelmed hospitals across multiple countries. To picture how fast a virus can move now, the average international flight crosses an entire ocean in under 8 hours, carrying hundreds of potentially infected passengers per trip. Simultaneously, health agencies recorded the first ever human case of H5N5, adding to dozens of dangerous bird flu infections detected since 2024. Outbreaks of Marburg and Ebola in Africa were recently contained, but they prove the pipeline of deadly pathogens never stops flowing. The real warning from The Simpsons was that when the next pandemic finally hits, the hysteria, the hoarding, and the collapse of rational thought will destroy society faster than the virus itself. And some of the most powerful people on the planet are already planning their permanent escape route.
Number 3. Mars Colony. In the Margian Chronicles, Lisa and Marge volunteer for a private corporate mission to colonize Mars. It was presented not as a desperate scientific exploration, but as a heavily branded lifestyle choice for those wanting to abandon planet Earth completely. In 2026, the privatization of space is a deadly serious, multi-billion-dollar reality. NASA is pushing to send astronauts to Mars, acknowledging the insane difficulty of crossing up to 249 million miles of hostile space. To picture that distance, imagine driving a car non-stop, day and night, for over 450 years just to reach the red planet. The private sector is moving even faster than the government. SpaceX openly plans to build a self-sustaining city of 1 million people on the surface of Mars. While Elon Musk pushed for uncrewed Starship missions by late 2026, recent shifts toward lunar missions show how volatile these timelines really are. The terrifying subtext remains completely unchanged. The wealthiest and most powerful individuals on the planet are spending unprecedented fortunes to build an interplanetary escape hatch.
If billionaires are urgently planning detailed roadmaps for a city on a dead, freezing planet, it heavily implies they know exactly how fragile, crowded, and doomed life on Earth has truly become. They have seen something the rest of us have not, and whatever it is, the destruction might literally fall straight out of the sky above your head.
Number 2. Apophis asteroid. In the episode Bart's Comet, a massive space rock hurtles directly towards Springfield. The government's rocket defense plan fails miserably, slamming into the only bridge out of town and trapping every single resident inside the impact zone. The population is left completely helpless, waiting in a bunker for the sky to crush them. Right now, NASA is actively tracking over 40,000 near-Earth asteroids capable of causing mass extinction. To picture that number, imagine every single seat in the largest football stadium in the world multiplied by half. Each one of those seats is a deadly rock floating somewhere above your head. In 2022, NASA ran a real-world version of the cartoon, slamming the DART spacecraft directly into an asteroid to alter its path through space. But the sky is far from secure. In 2013, an undetected rock exploded over Chelyabinsk, Russia, with the force of hundreds of thousands of tons of TNT, injuring over 1,000 people across the city. The ultimate test arrives in 2029, when a colossal city-killer asteroid named Apophis will fly so close to Earth that it will dip beneath the orbits of our own communication satellites. While scientists claim it will miss us by a safe margin, the margin for error is razor thin. We are sitting ducks in a cosmic shooting gallery, completely at the mercy of the universe and the random rocks flying through it. But the ultimate threat in 2026 is not coming from deep space at all. It is coming from inside our own borders. Number 1. World War III. In the 1995 episode, Lisa's Wedding, characters casually joke at Moe's Tavern about the United States and Britain saving each other in World War III. They talk about it like a normal, everyday historical event they all just survived together. That casual acceptance of global warfare is the most chilling and accurate prediction of all. On January 27, 2026, the doomsday clock was pushed to 89 seconds to midnight, the absolute closest humanity has ever been to total self-destruction in the entire history of the clock. The guardrails are collapsing on every front. In early 2025, over 12,000 nuclear warheads were stockpiled globally. To picture that, imagine flattening every major city on planet Earth more than a dozen times over with rooms left to spare. Then, on February 5, 2026, the New START Treaty officially expired, stripping away the last binding limits on strategic nuclear weapons between major superpowers. Days before that, Russia fired a nuclear-capable Oreshnik hypersonic missile at western Ukraine, while China launched massive live-fire blockade drills around Taiwan. We are watching global superpowers escalate tensions on multiple fronts in real time, every single week. Major intelligence agencies in 2026 are openly warning that the world has entered the most dangerous period since the Cuban Missile Crisis of 1962. The Simpsons did not predict a sudden explosion. They predicted the slow, terrifying normalization of a third world war happening in the background of normal life. The clock is ticking, the missiles are stockpiled, and midnight is almost here. Thanks for watching. Now check out the videos popping up on screen for more unbelievable stories.
If you thought this was terrifying, you are not ready for what they found in the video on your screen. Click it right now. The truth is worse